He's a very musical young man. He really has taken South Africa by storm in terms of jazz. Very, very interesting young player and very determined and very hard working. So if you can please welcome on stage the Standard Bank Young Artist for Jazz 2013, Shane Cooper.
What it comes down to for me, it's like a complete release. It's a complete trip, you know. You can really go somewhere else with your mind and with your spirit. But the music can do for me emotionally sometimes, that you go from like a real high ecstatic point in a song, and the next point you go into like an extreme dip. I think music can be like a real emotional roller coaster sometimes, and take you here and take you there, but it all kind of is part of the same thread, the same experience. So with jazz, a huge part of what you actually hear is the spirit of each player in the group. It's not completely dictated. These are all just musicians that I really love working with, and whose compositions I love as well. So I wanted it to be a collaborative effort where we brought tunes, we could represent ourselves as composers and as players and have a good time together, you know. I like not having to just play the same length of bars in a chorus every time and this and that. I like having the scope to move with the band and let someone else go like, hey, let's extend that, let's go there, you know, let's go soft here, and do things we didn't expect, and suddenly you're going somewhere you could never have mapped out, you know. We all love playing each other's music, so I'm a bass player. Like, I didn't want my gig to be 15 bass solos in a row, because that would bore me if I was watching the gig, and I'm a bass player, you know. So it was more about a complete picture, and I wanted everyone to have a chance to feel really comfortable to get into it, you know. So with jazz, a huge part of what you actually hear is the spirit of each player in the group. It's not completely dictated. We're all improvising, and we're bringing compositions in, so you have that kind of dynamic that you know, you're challenged 1 minute because you're kind of in the deep end of someone else's piece, and then the next minute you're comfortable with something. I think that was my favorite part of playing music, is getting to play with all sorts of new people all the time. The music lends itself to that. You can play the same song with different people and it'll sound different every time. I met these guys because I went to Switzerland, and I would have never met them if they didn't invite us there. And now they're here. Now we want to organize another tour next year, so it's an ongoing thing. So I'd like to just travel as much as possible and make music with many people. That's the ultimate goal.